Well, good afternoon and welcome to Thursday Thought for today. Many of us who are of an older generation have extended families that include grandchildren. Pat and I are two of that older generation. We have 8 grandkids altogether, 6 who live in the Wichita area, and there are 2 who live about 50 or so miles away from here. One of those 6 in the Wichita area now attends Fort Hays State. So we sometimes travel a bit to take in a concert or some other event up in that area. But we see them all quite often as we attend various school functions, visit them for one reason or another, attend some kind of an event that they may be in, or they come to see us. We might plan dinner together either at a restaurant somewhere or maybe at one of our homes, or we may be called to sit one or more of the younger ones, or maybe act as a taxi service, taking one or more kids to or from school or some kind of practice or whatever. They all have their own lives and their own families, but they are also interconnected with larger families on both sides. Not just the grandma and grandpa, but they also know aunts and uncles, great aunts, great uncles, cousins, and others in the families. And we also take advantage of any opportunity that we might have to let them know about our family history, our ancestors, where we came from, and who those people were who came before us. We aren't always one big happy family, but the love and the devotion and deference to one another keeps us together and respectful of our differences, even as we share and relish our commonality. It is, indeed, a blessing to be part of such a family. But I want to key in on our grandkids for just a moment. This is the end of the school year. It's also the spring of the year. This is a time when we attend concerts at the schools. It's also a time when grandpa and grandma often need help with gardening, cleaning, or some other kind of a job. And it is these times when we often call on the older grands for help. Now, they usually don't mind helping, and as one of them has said, when she's helping us, she doesn't have to do the dishes or fold clothes or some other chore at home. And they usually receive some kind of pay, and we often will take them maybe by the Brahms or the Sonic or someplace like that for something to eat on their way back home. But I was struck, however, a couple of nights ago as we attended a band concert for one of them. As I sat beside the rest of them, visited with them, and enjoyed their company, it occurred to me that, as was said by baseball great Lou Gehrig, I, too, quote, consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. 6 of our 8 grands are girls. The youngest is in preschool, and the oldest is, as I said earlier, attending Fort Hays as a sophomore this fall. The girls are all, every one of them, sassy and happy in their own ways. They enjoy each other's company, well, at least most of the time they do, and also like to be around us old folks, at least for a while. They're comfortable with us and we with them, and they are, for the most part, beyond any heavy disciplinary actions, and they usually listen to us if we ask them to do something. I enjoy their company. And I especially am grateful for the help of the older grands as we get older and less able to do some of the things due to arthritic joints, painful hips, or other maladies of aging. I sometimes wonder if the grands have any idea just how much they mean to us, not just because they can help us out from time to time, but because of the joy and love they bring into our lives. All of them. Every one of them is a special gift of a loving God to older folks on both sides of the families who drink in their energy, their happiness, and their love. They refresh and they energize us as they grow and learn and seek their own paths in life. You know, we grandparents are honored to be a part of such a family and have the relationships that we have with our grands and with their parents. But I don't want to mislead you into thinking that we have the perfect family. No family is perfect. Every family has its issues, and ours is no different. But we've managed, I think, somehow, it seems, to make those issues and imperfections a little less important than the relationships. The hugs from the kids, sometimes just because hugs, are much of the glue that holds us together as a family. A common belief and devotion to the God of the universe, however, is, I think, the foundation upon which it all is built. Well, thanks for listening. May God bless your upcoming days the rest of this week.